All right, welcome to another episode of the Dilfcast. As promised, we're gonna get a little nerdy today. You know, we're feeling a little blurty. So
get blurty takes off glasses.
yeah, you gotta take them off. It's your little fucking head wrap. Look at you.
I'm a baddie. I do what I want. I'm just trying to hide my gray patch. I didn't get myself a shape up today.
Erica Badu that.
Who that said they try and beat Lil Wayne?
You look like you about to burn some incense, yeah.
I got some sage.
And you about to give everyone a speech about how education is important.
Education is important. Oh, I was so you know what I do at work, right?
I do.
So I had I did like a discussion with some of the older folks about a movie we had watched.
Yeah.
And then I didn't watch the movie because I'm obviously busy working.
How are you going to discuss the movie you didn't watch?
Well, part of it is I don't have to be a part of it. I just need to make sure that
you got in the discussion.
That they do it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but you know, this is the first time we really ever did it. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay here with you guys. So like, you know, I'm sorry guys, but I didn't see the movie. Can y'all tell me about it? Whatever. They started talking about it. It was about I never watched it. It was
Joy Luck Club.
The Joy Luck Club came out in '88.
Yeah. It's an Asian movie.
It's an Asian movie. It's about apparently this is
I honestly don't remember.
This is my best rendition of what they told me.
Yeah.
It's
Are you really going to trust them?
Yeah, it's Asian woman. It was in she was raised in a communist family, and then they moved to America.
Okay.
And it's I'm assuming it's about the adjustment of the girl becoming Americanized from a communist family.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Could be so far off. Sorry. I didn't watch the movie like I said.
Sorry.
I had 3 60-plus-year-old people explain it to me. Sorry. oh, whatever. And then as part of the discussion, they just started going off in tangents about raising children. They're racist because they're old. So it's not really racism. It's just like, you know.
Ignorance.
That's not ignorance either.
Ignorance. Due to age.
They would just talk about stereotypes, which is, you know, stereotypes don't come from nowhere. Like,
yeah,
they exist for a reason. So they were just talking about how Asian children are so much more focused and well-behaved and like on task.
Oh yeah, their parents drill that shit into them.
And that led them into talking about parenting now, which, you know, I'm a parent, hence Dilfcast.
Right.
So, and they would just talk about kids on tablets and how like the generation's ruined. And I'm like, slow down, guys.
Right.
You have no idea like the benefits of this. The benefits of the world being at our fingertips changes like a lot. Like information is here already. It's readily available. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's a lot of bad information out there, but there's also a lot of good information out there. And it's about, you know, monitoring it or whatever. And I'm like, they're just going on, all these kids want now their tablets, they cry and obsess over it, and the parents just let them have it, and they just sit on their phones. And I'm like, all right, guys, you know what? Y'all said y'all piece. I'm honestly just supposed to facilitate this, but I'm not finna let y'all cook like this. So I was like, let me put some seasoning on your chicken real quick.
Yeah.
First of all, I let my son use a tablet. You know, I'm aware that, you know, some of the things that he watches is dumb, but at least it looks dumb to me.
Right.
It looks ridiculous. And why are you watching this? It's just people talking about nonsense. But my child's vernacular develops so fast.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like he's using words I've never. This is before he started school.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's using big words. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He knows his numbers. He knows his alphabet. He knows his colors. He knows all these things. And, you know, he knows how to put, you know, thoughts together.
Thanks to Gracie.
You know, yo, Gracie, do the veggie dance.
Do the veggie
Eat
dance.
Him up. Eat
yum,
him up.
Yum. Eat him up.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, love Gracie's Corner. That's the shit right there. But I was like, y'all really have it misconstrued because y'all looking from the outside.
Yeah.
Y'all not doing it. So y'all honestly, I just think y'all just don't see the benefits of it. Like when I was growing up, I knew actual retarded fucking kids. I'm dead ass. I knew kids that really couldn't read, who really couldn't spell, who really couldn't talk. You say certain words, they like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? like, nah, these niggas is out here cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even with the influx of the autistic children, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But no, well, I think autism has always been around. It's just
it's being diagnosed.
It's
more.
Being diagnosed.
Yeah, because
I knew a couple of autistic niggas growing up.
I feel like now I know so many people with autism, but before it was just like that nigga's a little
so many
weird.
Functioning niggas right now, and it's like, nah, that nigga's autistic.
Right, and it's like, yo, he always was autistic. We just didn't diagnose.
We just didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
You ain't had nothing to call this nigga. We were just like, he ain't retarded. He's just different.
Yeah. You know now we know he's autistic.
Man, you can't even say shit like that no more. That shit is weird.
Right.
But, you know, and I cooked them and they was like, well, you're different. You're like, you're a good parent.
Shut up.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
I'm out here downing 6 beers a day right in front of my son. Get your fucking toys up, nigga.
But I
Wakey box this. Like, shut the fuck up, nigga. We gonna put some Pokemans on, yo.
Yo, for real. Like Aiden tried to, like, I was trying to take a nap. Not even like, I wasn't drunk or anything, but I was just
I'm talking shit. I know.
I
only drink during the podcast.
But I'm just like tired, and this nigga like came in and he's just like, yo, like I'm hungry, and I wanted to snuff him. Like initially, I just wanted,
imagine
like,
your son needing sustenance.
Yeah, and I was just like, and he's just like, could you please make me? And I'm like, fine. But like initially, I wanted to snuff him. But
yeah, my son does it too. Like I like after recording. Sometimes, like I like in the morning, my girl will go to the gym, so it's just me and Max in the crib. But I'm knocked out.
You want to sleep?
I'm knocked out. He watching TV.
Yeah,
and then he like, "Yo, Daddy, wake up! It's morning time." I'm like, "I'm aware.
Chill out.
I'm sleeping though.
I can see the sun."
Right, and he was like, "I'm hungry though." I'd be like, "Damn." It's like I gotta get up.
Yeah,
like,
you have to.
Like. I want an egg and cheese, Daddy. I'm like, yo. I'd be so lazy. I just lay in bed, order Uber Eats. I'd be like, don't open the door.
That's crazy. We also have technology like that where we can do shit like that now. So there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
But back to our blurred conversation.
Sorry.
So today we're going to get into some sci-fi and some anime. So with our first...
Those are my 2 favorite things in the world.
I know, right? Our first article, we're going to talk about sci-fi villains who were actually right all along.
We love that.
Do we?
Yeah.
The villain always loses.
Dr. Evil.
What?
I don't even know why he did
the spy who shagged me?
Yeah. I don't know why he did any of the things that he did.
I don't either. Maybe he just wanted to be
just
evil. No, but we're talking about villains who were like labeled as villains solely because they oppose someone else's views. Does that make them wrong?
Magneto.
Does that make them wrong? Yeah, he keeps, the fact that Charles Xavier keeps calling him Magnus is mad annoying. Like,
where does that even come from? His name is Eric.
His middle name is Magnus.
Oh,
yeah, his name is Eric Magnus
Are we friends like that?
Right, Magnus. You cannot do this, Magnus.
You know what I hate about the new X-Men series?
What
is how they portray Magneto and Xavier. They both look like drag queens.
Oh. Yeah. Also, when Xavier came back from fucking Chiar, why would you like knowingly go back to the wheelchair? Like, you had a whole suit that you could actually walk in, and you're like, you know what? I got to go back to my wheelchair.
It's part of his guise.
Nah, bro. I have technology that's available to me that I can walk.
I'm an Omega level mutant. I don't want people to look at me like one.
I want them to underestimate me?
Yes.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. Nah. You can't voluntarily choose the wheelchair. Like, who does that? That blew minds.
Yeah, because it makes him look docile. because one, he's an Omega level mutant, and he has an army of mutants under him. He has to make himself look,
but he's
a
also
little fucking chill. Yeah.
Also, for being an Omega level mutant, you're also pretty useless. Like that whole fight between Magneto and him, he was just sitting in his wheelchair the whole time
because he got an army,
just talking to Magneto like, "You shouldn't do this."
Wasn't there an episode in the previous season where he like got in his head and made him relive the Holocaust? That's not useless.
Which is fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. Now I'm starting to think
that's pretty diabolical if you ask me. Son.
He only uses his powers to fuck with Magneto.
Yeah, he doesn't often use like telekinesis.
I didn't even know he could do that.
He can't?
I don't know. I just thought it was a mind thing. I didn't know that he could. I don't think he could use telekinesis.
Only
bro.
Gene can do both. He can only do one.
Yeah. Which is like, how does that make you Omega level?
Nah, I'm pretty sure he can move shit with his mind.
I don't think he can, bro. If he could, he would be
real quick.
He would be moving his legs because the
I'm saying that he can and he chooses not to in order to make himself look docile.
Nah, it's
part of his public image,
bro. That's stupid.
Henry, you got to think about who this man is.
Okay, let's look at Charles Xavier's powers. Okay, it says, where are we at? Powers and abilities. Where are your powers and abilities? Let's go down. Telepathy.
We know that.
Telepathic illusions, telepathic cloak, mind link, telepathic camouflage, mind blast, mind control, mind possession, mind alteration,
all telepathy,
mental amnesia,
all telepathy.
Right. Psychic wave manipulation, mental shields, mental detection, mind transferal, telepathic learning, and astral projection.
Damn. No telekinesis.
It says telekinesis. Professor X has shown low-level PK abilities, having been potent enough to disrupt high-end technology. So he can't even. He can do little shit, but he can't even lift this tablet. Basically, he's useless, nigga.
I mean.
He is fucking. He's Matt from Heroes.
No,
fucking useless.
Nah, mind transferring is not useless, Henry. That will fuck up. Yo, Freaky Friday
I've never
seen for fun,
bro.
Freaky Friday, I guess, just for fun.
I guess, but they have.
I guess is no. I guess it's not. No. Henry,
if I have a whole,
imagine being a squirrel for the rest of your life.
But there's
no.
Clearly,
stop and imagine.
There's clearly helmets to avoid that. Like,
and only one nigga has it.
No, Juggernaut does too.
That's two niggas out of a whole world.
That means this can be mass manufactured.
True.
Like, and we could all be like negligent to your fucking abilities. But I can physically make something that makes your abilities nothing. Now you're just a man in a wheelchair
with an army. This is the part that you keep forgetting.
I guess
because it's disguised as a fucking school of niggas. Because he said he started a school, but gave them all suits and sent them out to fight. That's an army.
He gave them an option. Not all of them fight.
But a lot of them do.
I guess. That's just the power of charisma. Anyone can do that.
Or
anyone can do that. Or what?
Is he in their fucking head?
I doubt it.
Yo, imagine a big plot of X-Men. He did it this whole time. He's just plotting all types of conniving shit. He would be that would be ill. I would if some shit came out
the whole time, Professor X has been controlling all of it.
Like he said, he created the Sentinels.
Oh nah, that's crazy.
Like he made this war.
That's a conspiracy.
Oh man, that would be fire.
That's a conspiracy.
I would read that.
That's a conspiracy.
For sure.
But we're not.
But also all you gotta do is knock a helmet off. And you know how much you need to knock a helmet off? I don't know, maybe a couple hundred people with mutant powers.
First of all, if you saw the episode before the last one, it took him a while to get this damn helmet off.
He be chilling, that's why.
And before you get that helmet off,
well, also Magneto
is gonna fold you in your own wheelchair.
Magneto, chill.
Like, bro, come on. So we're talking about villains who were right. And speaking of that, I think Magneto was right.
If you were right, why would you call your team the Brotherhood of Evil?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. Maybe we need to work on the name, but
it's the writers.
Yeah.
Sound like Drake.
Yeah. Probably A minor. The first one we have on the list is Roy from Blade Runner. So I don't know if you remember, but you ever watch Blade Runner?
No, I never watched any of them.
Well, Blade Runner is like
I know what it is, though.
Yeah, it's like a futuristic.
It's like some clone shit.
Yeah, some clone shit. But they call the clones replicants. And the replicants have a limited lifespan. So they made this man look like a villain solely for the fact that he just wanted to live longer.
Oh.
Is he wrong for that?
What's the point of replicants, though?
That's a good question. I don't know.
We don't have to deep dive this.
Yeah, I really don't know what the point of it, because I don't really remember much of the movie. I just remember it's very long.
I'd rather we do this with Matt anyway, because that's like his shit.
He probably knows more about Blade Runner than
Not probably. He definitely does.
Yeah. But like, can you really blame the nigga for wanting to live longer?
Was anybody being hurt in the process of him trying to live longer?
I mean, semantics. Yes. But
that's a problem.
I guess, but like, a few people die just for you to. Their lifespan is 4 years. That's not long. That's not very long.
Yeah,
that's less than a dog, my nigga. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked.
Yeah. Like,
but that mean other people gotta die.
I mean, tomato, right?
Blame the process. Don't they got 4 years too?
Yeah.
Damn.
Our second, this is something you're more familiar with. The director from The Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods, fire ass movie.
It was a great
underrated.
movie.
That shit did not sell in that box office when it came out.
It was a good movie. I liked it. Yeah.
I loved it.
I know you loved
it. Really
yeah.
good. One, because it had all the elements of sci-fi, horror, and all that shit.
Yeah.
And then it had the big twist at the end.
Right. With all the monsters were
and then this is a whole organized thing that we do.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then it started to talk about cult shit, and I love that shit.
I know, yeah.
Like, I would love to watch another movie like that, or like in the same universe.
Yeah.
Like anything, bro.
So what they say is audiences can't help but be happy for Dana and Marty as they share a celebratory joint at the end of Cabin in the Woods, having survived all the mayhem through the film's runtime. However, the fact that they both survived means all of humanity is doomed to meet a horrible end at the end of the hands of the Ancient Ones. All it takes is a couple of sacrifices.
And the Ancient Ones are just like Titans or some shit like that.
Right. They were doing this they were sacrificing them. Yeah, to appease them. So it's like, do we sacrifice these people to save the world, or are these people selfish?
Are we just so important that we have to live the next 30 minutes?
Right. For the world to end.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah,
if you were in their position,
I'm out. I don't like.
You're gonna sacrifice yourself.
Yeah, because what do I gain out of that?
I feel like it's easier said than done.
I wouldn't want to, but like also I stand and say, what would I gain out of that? Do I have time to go see my family? Do I have time?
No, you don't.
Like, being alive is only important to me if I can do the things that are part of being alive. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if all those things are taken away from me, then I'm living like a nigga who ain't got nothing to live for.
But in the moment, do I really want to die?
Nah.
In this moment right here, right now.
Nah. But what gotta be done. I'm not fighting back.
So Sigourney Weaver's director and all of her underlings at the facility.
I would like to think that, though. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. You would like to think it, but in the moment, you're going to be like, fuck out of here. I'm trying to survive.
Like, if we got caught in a Cabin in the Woods situation, me and the last two living, they run this synopsis down to me. I'm looking at it. I'm like, and you're like, not happening, bro. I might kill you.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, because to me, what you're saying is your family has to die, Paris.
I'm saying all of us got to go. Not just your family, all of us. Everyone's going.
Yeah, that's not fair. You're selfish. You're dying.
I'm not, because we're all suffering the same thing.
No. You're dying. I'm killing you.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to know.
Out of love, bro. Out of love for your family. I want to ensure that your family still lives. Because you're too selfish to care about your family.
No, because we're all dying together. It's not like
That's selfish.
It's not like they're going and I'm not. Like, we're all going. We're going together.
That's fucked.
It's a joint effort.
All right, so I'm trying to think of a good scenario.
There is none. There's no scenario where this is like a positive thing or where.
Well, no, I'm trying to think of a scenario where it's like you have the option. You can die so your family lives, or y'all all just die.
We're all going.
Aiden.
We're all going together.
I wasn't sure that this never happens to you.
We're all going together.
Don't worry, bro. Snickers not your dad, bro. Snickers,
he's an op.
Dad, yeah. Snickers an enemy of the state, bro.
So Sigourney Weaver's director and all of her underlings at the facility are tasked with making sure humanity gets to survive. Yeah, it was Sigourney Weaver. By keeping the ancient ones happy underground. Do they have to get their hands dirty to do so? Yeah, they do. But if the entirety of the human race is on the line, then we could kind of see where they're coming from. Oh, shit. So, like you said, it's the entirety of the human race versus these two people.
But I'm not even impressed about the human race part. It's just like, I got family. I would hate to be responsible for their deaths.
Well, you're not solely responsible.
Yeah, well, y'all all get to hell, because that's where you're going. When a great lot of y'all get to hell, like, your punishment is going to be, this is why y'all here.
Yeah. Huh? You need to leave. Get that nigga. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's going to suck, actually. Our third one is Khan from Star Trek Into Darkness.
I'm not a Trek.
Played by Benedict Cumberbatch.
I'm not a Trekkie. And
me neither. I don't really.
Last two movies that they did with Chris Pine, I just can't remember them too well.
Mm-hmm.
But I did like how they mixed them up, because I remember it being like the opposite way of the way that it went in the original movie.
Yeah, I didn't see the original, so
the way it went. Oh, fuck! I wish I could tell you, but I can't really remember. Yeah. But I remember it being like in the original movie, it was a certain way between the characters, between Khan and
the original Khan
and the other nigga. Jesus Christ. I'm not a Trekkie. Either way.
You talking about Chris Pine's character? Oh, yeah. Spock.
Yeah. Like, all of them were in different places. Like where one person died, it was the other way around.
Yeah.
Or when one person was facing this situation, the other person was facing it in the original movie. It was like they entered an alternate reality. And that's how the movie was based. I was like, oh, that's fire.
That's actually pretty cool, yeah.
But I don't know I don't even remember what the whole deal was with Khan.
Well, I'm going to tell you. So Khan, who is a genetically engineered superhuman who is reminiscent of what Steve Rogers would become if he were also a dastardly super genius in addition to being a super soldier. And Benedict...
Good thing he ain't smart.
Huh?
Good thing he ain't smart.
What, Steve Rogers?
Yeah.
He's pretty smart. I mean, I think he's averagely.
I think he never did anything smart or said anything smart.
Yo, when he
all of his fights are strictly moral.
Like, but he got hands though.
He got hands.
He got hands.
He got drop kicks like a motherfucker.
When he did that fucking flying knee into Winter Soldier's chest, I was like, "Oh wow, that's crazy."
Nah, his drop kicks are out of his world.
Yeah, they are.
It's like who does drop kicks in real life?
No one. Captain America does.
The nigga's flying.
Steve Rogers on the case. So Cumberbatch's Khan was forced to design weapons by an evil Starfleet admiral and turned terrorist because he thought his cryogenically frozen countrymen had been wiped out. He's not exactly a good person, but we understand where he is coming from. And during Cumberbatch's big scene between himself and Kirk and Spock, viewers can feel his pain emanating through the screen. He said, quote, "My crew is my family, Kirk. Is there anything you would not do for yours?"
Right. Basically saying, so yes, it was basically reversed in the original, I think. But
so he's just looking out for his crew.
He's just saying like, yo, wouldn't you do the same thing? It's
right.
Like, shit, yeah, but like I'm on the opposite side, so
you gotta die, bro. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, technically he is. Like, yes, I'm by defeating you, I am doing everything I can for my crew. You sorry,
moron. Die.
Yeah, but now that I think about it, I forgot that Benedict Cumberbatch was the one who played him, because I've never seen him play a villain in any movie. Like, just like I've never seen Tom Cruise play a villain in any movie except for that movie with Jamie Foxx. Shit. Oh my God. Why is the title slipping my mind right now?
Taxi?
No. Well, he was a taxi driver, but no. God damn it. What is the fucking name of that movie? Oh my God. This is going to bother me. Hold up. Tom Cruise. I know people are yelling at me right now. Like, what do you mean you don't know that? Collateral. Yes. That movie. That was the only movie I've ever seen Tom Cruise play a bad guy.
What about Tropic Thunder?
I wouldn't even, because that's really like I don't know. It's a comedy, like no.
He wasn't the villain.
Yeah.
He also wasn't the villain.
I wouldn't put that on there. But Collateral, when this nigga was fucking like, do you remember the scene with the suitcase?
No. Best Tom Cruise movie.
It's got to be one of the Mission Impossibles. Honestly. Because it's not Vanilla Sky or fucking, or maybe Jerry Maguire. But I feel like action movie, it's got to be one of the Mission Impossibles.
Easily.
It's got to be one of them. And I can't put a finger on which one. Oh, you know what? My favorite one is the one where I don't remember if it was 2 or 3. The one where he had this like lethal dose of some shit in him. And I remember the end scene, like he was racing to save himself. And he like saved himself by like a margin of I think it was Mission Impossible 3. It was the one with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I wasn't even thinking about a movie with him. I was just, when you said that, I was thinking of Jason Statham.
Crank?
Yeah.
Oh, that shit. Well, he was fucking a bitch in the middle. He was like, yo, I gotta raise my
That's such a dumb movie.
It was, but that shit was funny as fuck.
But I actually like my 2 favorite movies from Tom Cruise were not recent, but one of his latter films. Edge of Tomorrow. I really, really like that movie.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. And there's another movie, a post-apocalyptic movie. I can't remember the name. Where he was on Earth, and it was just him and this girl, and they were like protecting these fuel things. And they kept being attacked by they thought they were like alien people.
Is this the one where he kept repeating the like? Hold up.
No.
Let's look up Tom Cruise movies, because I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I hope it's not the movie I'm thinking of, because I thought that shit was fucking trash.
I really liked it.
Okay, we got Edge of Tomorrow.
And then you find out he's a clone. He has a bunch of clones.
American Made. I actually like that movie, where he played the famous pilot who delivered drugs for Pablo Escobar.
I remember that. Yeah,
that was actually a really good movie. Tropic Thunder.
Put it in order. What's like the last 5 movies?
Not
because he hasn't been in a.
Oh, you said this was recent?
Yeah, not recent, but there was some of his later movies. It's definitely in the last 10 movies he did.
Okay, let me look at his IMDb because that always has the chronological order.
Yeah, I need it in chronological order.
The Mummy was fucking trash.
Yeah.
It wasn't Jack Reacher, was it?
No.
Oblivion, was that it?
Open it so I can see the thing.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Oblivion. I like that movie. It was good.
I don't really remember it, so I can't say whether it was trash or not.
It was like WALL-E.
I never seen WALL-E.
You capping.
I've never seen WALL-E.
Eva.
Nope, never seen WALL-E.
Eva. Hold on.
Yeah, I've never seen WALL-E. Where are you going? Huh? Are you serious? Where did you get that? Huh? Fucking WALL-E. You know you left your beer over there, right? Where did you get this WALL-E from? Yo, this shit look dusty as fuck, man. Oh, it's sticky. I don't want to know why.
I really like WALL-E.
Clearly. Our next villain, Agent Smith from The Matrix.
All right.
Do you think he was right?
It depends on how you look at The Matrix, because you can look at it from multiple perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't dived into Matrix in a while, so I can't be sure on like what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it.
Well, this is his view. When interrogating Morpheus, you remember when he captured Morpheus and he was like,
"Yeah,
yo, that scene, I don't." It was fucking hilarious. Where he's just like, ugh, with the helicopter, he's like, ugh, and he starts running. Yo, so Smith sums up his view on humanity quite succinctly. He said, you move to an area and you multiply and multiply until every natural resource is consumed. The only way you can survive is to spread to another area. There is another organism on this planet that follows the same planet. Do you know what it is? A virus. Human beings are a disease, a cancer of this planet. You are a plague and we are the cure. Technically,
I saw the world that y'all were living in,
and
didn't look so great.
Right?
Just
yeah,
like a bunch of robots flying around and fire.
Yeah, it was pretty like morbid, but he's saying that we are the problem.
Right. I mean, that's a common plot in a lot of movies.
Yeah,
definitely a lot of sci-fi.
We are the problem.
Movies.
Yes, we are the problem. We consume everything. Yeah. We're assholes.
Ooh.
We destroy the world. Yes, we're aware of it.
Right. But we do it with such class.
But does that mean?
But we also kill each other. So it's like, while we're multiplying, we're also dividing. Relax.
That's true.
Oh shit! Is that the real reason behind
what? What? The real reason behind what?
Is that the real reason behind the oil? It's not the oil, right? It's not the weapons of destruction.
We trying to control the population.
We controlling population.
Yeah, too many of y'all niggas out here. The next one is Wilford from Snowpiercer. I don't know if you remember this movie with the train. Wilford? His name is. Oh, you were thinking the dog. No, that was a good show though. That show.
I'm going on a binger now.
Yeah,
I'm going on binger. Thanks for the reminder.
You know what? I got to rewatch that.
So good.
But first of all, his name is Wilford, and his name is Wilfred.
Doesn't matter.
Just saying. Thanks, So, I don't know if you remember Snowpiercer. It was the movie with Chris Evans where they were on a train that never stops and they're in this like ice age
movie because it's the ice age.
Yeah,
the world is inhabitable.
So they're on a train
that moves nonstop,
and they feed them this gelatin to eat, and it's really roaches, it's really bugs and shit. Yeah, high in protein. So, what is seemingly left of humanity in Snowpiercer certainly has it rough. How would you like to live on an overcrowded train due to a snowy apocalypse that makes Earth uninhabitable? Living on a train brings up a host of difficult problems. How do you replicate society? How do you feed the inhabitants? What do you do to make sure there is enough room for people to survive with a modicum of decency? So, Wilford, played by Ed Harris, is the man responsible for keeping the train running and making sure humanity survives in spite of its icy wasteland existence. The train can't run if there are too many people on board. So we manufacture events to eliminate people from time to time. A few people have to perish so that the majority of us can live. Is he wrong?
No.
Some have to suffer, so for the greater good.
Yeah, don't let your morality in the world.
Right, but at the same time,
or in humanity, the world.
We're like, we don't want to kill off people. And I'm assuming that's Chris Evans' angle. Like, we don't want to just murder people. Yeah, we get that. Some people have to die for some people to live, but how about we find another angle?
Right. And you know a way I'm going to do that? I'm going to go through this train killing people.
So he's helping the cause then, technically. He did kill a lot of people on his way to the front of the train.
I don't think his problem was with them killing people. I think his problem was with the living environment.
Also, if you remember at the end when the train, like everything,
derailed and all that shit,
they found out that there were polar bears out there alive. So there is life outside of the train.
Yeah.
Not human life, but there's life outside of the train.
Yeah. We're not polar bears.
We aren't.
Yeah.
But if they can live.
How many times you seen a polar bear die from hypothermia?
I don't know.
Thanks, Chris Pratt. Chris Evans.
Next is Ava from Ex Machina. Now, I don't really remember this movie. I just remember the humanoid android woman looking thing.
Yeah.
I don't really remember much of the movie. But basically, there is nothing but gray areas in Ex Machina as Oscar Isaac's Nathan and Domhnall Gleeson's Caleb and Ava all exist to question different aspects of morality. When Ava begins to show her true nature in order to win her way out of captivity, it is hard to condemn her for it. Even if she is awful to Caleb and takes out Nathan to do it. So basically, she's a robot who wants to live.
I want to be a real person.
Some Pinocchio shit.
You're a robot.
But why can't I be a real person?
I never liked Pinocchio.
Really?
I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed reading the book. I used to have the cassette tape that ran along with the book and shit like that. Because, you know, it was a cool story. But also, no. Who cares if you want to be a real boy? You're a puppet. Be a puppet.
But I don't want to be a puppet.
I don't want to be poor.
Damn. I felt that.
Here we are.
Didn't I tell you?
Throwing all our resources in this podcast.
I told you about the Pinocchio paradox, yeah.
Oh.
Where he's like, if Pinocchio says my nose is about to grow, what happens?
He becomes a real boy. He got no more options. This nigga figured this shit out.
All right. If I say my nose is about to grow and it doesn't grow, that means I lied, which means it should grow. But then if it grows, that means I told the truth. So it shouldn't grow.
Paradox.
Right.
You have to become a real boy now.
Is his nose just constantly going back and forth? Like what happens?
His nose just breaks.
All right.
Knows what grows now.
Eric Killmonger from Black Panther.
This is
was he right?
I mean, Yes, but the way he went about it was absolutely ridiculous.
He has no qualms about leaving bodies in his wake merely to get what he wants. And while there are serious flaws in his methodology and intent, the man brings up some salient points from time to time. Quote unquote, y'all sitting up here comfortable, he states when confronting T'Challa. Must feel good. There's about 2 billion people around the world who look like us, and their lives are a lot harder. Wakanda has the tools to liberate them all.
See, all right. So what this gets on the topic of is racism,
right?
And in the world, right? Because his whole idea was strictly and simply black people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like if they meant impoverished people, then I'll be on board with him.
Mm-hmm.
But we talk about black people. Don't shoot me.
I didn't say nothing.
Don't fucking shoot me.
I didn't say nothing.
But, you know, I'm entirely and incredibly anti-racism.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm cool with all the black power shit, too.
Right.
To a certain extent.
Uh-huh.
Don't say you want to get rid of racism and then claim yourself as a superior being. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a point.
Because if the goal is equality, let's work towards equality.
Right.
But well, y'all niggas don't really want that. What y'all want, y'all want to be on top. Y'all want to y'all want to shit on niggas.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. Because what is that gonna do? That's just gonna reverse the cycle.
Well, that's why Black Panther had to fuck him up.
Right. We're talking about society.
No, I know, but he had to fuck him up because of that view.
And in that, throughout the whole movie, you can tell T'Challa's breaking down and he's realizing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why he went back at the end.
And he's like, yo, like we can, and he's like, nah. Like,
there's a way to go about it.
Don't be so bold.
Right.
Don't be so bold.
Right.
Because now you dead and he's finding an alternative way to, you know,
right.
Make your vision
come true. Yeah.
Y'all could have did that together.
You could have.
Could have been double Black Panther out.
You could have.
Fucking it up. But no, you prefer supremacy over equality.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a whole nother topic, baby.
See, that also makes me think that, right? So, you know how Captain America had the super soldier serum and T'Challa had the herb that made him. So you're telling me that we could just make a bunch of them? Like, if we gave everyone in Wakanda a heart-shaped herb, then we'll just have a shit ton of Black Panthers.
No. They explain it in the movie.
That don't work like that?
Everybody makes it out.
Oh.
Yeah. You go into that fever dream and might not wake up.
So so we're crowning the king with a dangerous herb that may kill him.
Yeah.
So what if he don't make it out?
Next option.
Okay.
New king.
Okay. Because Killmonger seemed fine. He ate it.
Yeah.
And
when they going through that fever dream, they don't seem okay. they look like they're about to die, bro.
And I mean, they gave the super soldier serum to what's his name? John Walker. So I mean,
yeah, remember like in the experiment they said like, yo, you might not survive.
But he survived.
Yeah, not everyone survives. Otherwise,
I'm just saying.
Otherwise, guaranteed, yes, they would.
I'm seeing a lot more people surviving than not surviving. Just saying.
But then also, if I knew we had some shit like that, right, and I'm the person to facilitate it, I probably wouldn't want a whole bunch of people to have it, because then they start making decisions.
That's my point. Next we have Vicky from iRobot.
Vicky was the name of the robot?
Yeah. Vicky was the name of the main robot that he had to fucking stab the shit in.
iRobot was nothing but a long ass extended Chuck Taylor commercial.
You didn't like iRobot?
I ain't say I ain't like it. I'm just saying it was a long ass Converse commercial.
So one of these days we are just going to pack everything up and leave the earth to various Artificial intelligence who clearly know how to treat our planet better than we do. If Hollywood is to be believed, it's only a matter of time before humankind creates all kinds of AI that will eventually end up rebelling against us in order to save the planet from utter destruction. But
ChatGPT, you helped me graduate.
But are the various Hollywood AI antagonists like Vicky from iRobot wrong? Last time we checked, humanity does a pretty fantastic job of polluting the planet and taking our incredible home for granted. Vicky just wants to control humanity without telling anyone in order to save both humankind and the planet from itself. Is that so bad?
You're not a person.
Right, but
you don't have an option in this.
But Vicky...
You don't have an option in this.
Lives on this planet. And without the planet...
No, you don't live because you're not a person.
Okay, Vicky exists on this planet.
Then exist.
Yeah, but if we keep fucking up the planet, then she won't exist.
We don't have to fuck up the planet to ensure that you don't exist. We can have a blackout.
Also, there's an off button.
Right. We have a blackout. Oh, look, Vicky don't exist right now.
Well,
do we want to charge her? I don't know.
Maybe. Possibly.
Get the fuck out of here.
I just feel like...
Bend her prongs.
I get the point in it, though. It's like y'all are fucking up, so we have to step in.
Who's we? You by yourself.
The AI.
You're making an army. Relax.
She did make an army. You don't remember the robots that were fucking going crazy?
But it's like you're doing this by yourself. You are one.
Yeah.
You like
soul intelligence.
Yeah. Creating an offense to a group of people who already got something going on over here. Mm-hmm. You're the op.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the point. She's a villain.
You're the problem.
But is she wrong, though?
Yeah.
She wants to save humanity. Well, the planet.
Right. No. I need y'all to relax with this planet shit. Right? Listen. I need you to stop with this planet shit. First of all, this planet has been figuring it out longer than any of us has been alive.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
We kill this planet, it's coming back. Don't worry. It'll figure it out, bro. Relax. The last thing we want to do is kill this planet because what does that mean? We kill us.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Not a long time.
Yeah.
And if I fuck this planet up, it'll figure it out. It did it before. It'll do it again. Like, relax. Like
you sound like Matthew. Relax.
Like, it's like, stop thinking about this planet as a living thing. It is a living thing.
I mean, yes,
it is a living thing. Yes, but it's so much bigger than like society. Like, we can't kill the planet. We can do things to make it less inhabitable for us, but it's not killing the planet. It's just making it less inhabitable for us. The planet ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
it's still gonna do its thing and figure it out.
Yeah, like that's the idea. We don't want to make it less uninhabitable for us.
It's like, oh,
we won't survive.
You're cutting down the trees. Does life exist in the North Pole without trees? Yes,
it does.
Like the planet is whatever we are making it. It's an apartment building. Apartment buildings get tore down and built up differently.
So the world is just one big project.
Yeah.
Okay, heard.
Relax. Relax. Like even if there was like, you know, I mean, well, even if it was, global warming is very real.
Oh yeah, most certainly.
Like, you know, all right, you know, the planet is becoming less inhabitable. That doesn't mean the planet ain't alive. That doesn't mean the planet's not functioning.
Right.
It's creating all its functions.
It is.
We're like, it's okay. We're worried about us.
It's okay.
Like, oh, we got to take care of the planet. Relax.
So our next is probably one of your topics that you like. Kylo Ren from The Last Jedi.
Last Jedi was a terrible movie.
It's not about whether the movie was terrible. It's about Kylo Ren's perspective.
Before you even tell me anything about his perspective, I want to remind everybody one thing about Kylo Ren.
What?
This nigga changed his mind 5 times.
He did. I'm light. I'm dark. I'm light. I'm dark.
I don't know who I want to be.
I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am.
Right?
Yeah, he did.
How can you be right when you don't know what you are? You don't know what you believe in. How can you be right?
Right.
You don't stand on nothing.
No.
You don't know anything. You don't know anything about
You got
yourself.
no foundation, my nigga.
Nah, yeah, he's out.
So Ren turns on his master, Snoke, and eliminates the leader of the First Order in cold blood, which sparks a massive fight scene between Ren, Rey, and the Praetorian Guard. After Ren and Rey dispatch Snoke's guard, Ren pleads with our hero to dispose both the light and dark sides of the Force to create a new order in a galaxy that could use a fresh start after all of those myriad Star Wars. How could they accomplish this without massive amounts of bloodletting on all sides? It's kind of impossible to get your mind around. No. But it was a good idea in theory.
All right. But in theory, there is no Jedi.
Right. Yeah.
So
he's saying there's no Jedi, there's no dark side.
Like now, like instead of
it's only purple lightsabers.
Right. So you know what? I agree in that. Right? Because he's not saying, all right, we're going to get rid of these people, get rid of these people. He's saying, like, we don't have to follow their mantra. We saw how that fell. We don't have to follow their mantra. We saw how that failed. Let's figure this shit out together.
Yeah.
And to be so fucking, no, you're wrong. I'm going to follow in these people that I never fucking met before.
Yeah.
Because I met Luke once.
Yeah.
Like the Jedi teaching solely lives with Luke.
Right.
Because there's no one else.
Exactly. And he's gone now.
You know, unless you want to get into the fucking the living in the Force shit.
Oh yeah, that's gay as fuck.
Weird.
Yeah.
But you know, I honestly don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Like, let's figure this out. Because it reminds me of my main girl, Ahsoka Tano.
Oh.
Like, she was denied by the Jedi.
She went on her own path.
She did her own thing.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with him. I don't like the fact that if this is presented, that you got to be like, but the Jedi, like, you don't even know these niggas. Relax.
True.
Like, even if that was like the best route,
right? How
you know that?
You don't.
Like, relax. Nah. Cool.
Our next one is Thanos from Infinity War.
Even if he was right, he was wrong.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's simple calculus, he said to his adopted daughter. This universe is finite. Its resources finite. If life is left unchecked, life will cease to exist. It needs correcting. The universe's resources.
Who dubbed you corrector?
Well, no one told him that he was.
My shit is let be what be.
You know what? It always boils down. I feel like everything always boils down to
someone trying to be in
resources.
Control.
Yeah.
No. It always boils down to somebody trying to be in control.
Controlling the resources.
And I hate.
And saying that, hey, we're doing too much. We need to chill.
True.
Let's lower this down a little bit. Like, it always comes down to that. It always comes down to that. This is finite. This is finite. Oh, we need to chill. I feel like that's what every planet shit, like you said, the planet's still going to be here. We need to chill. We have limited resources. We got to start eliminating niggas. That's the only way.
America figured it out.
Shit.
Yo, America's got population control down lock. To a fucking T, bro.
Lock.
One, bro, black people, criminals. Lock them up.
Yeah.
People gonna die in air.
Mm-hmm.
You know we limited in?
What?
Homes. You know we're not limited in? Sugar. Give these niggas diabetes, bro.
Give them all kinds of shit.
Right? Just feed them shit. Feed them shit. They're going to perish a lot sooner than we need them to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Next one is Koba from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
I gotta rewatch all of those.
The bad ape from.
Because I actually do want to watch them. I want to watch the new one too.
So Dawn of the Planet of the Apes does not want us to like Koba. Caesar and Jason Clarke's Malcolm are set up to be the characters we root for, while Gary Oldman's Dreyfus and Koba are clearly intended to be the villains of the story. And while we adore Caesar through the Planet of the Apes reboot trilogy, we can't help but think Koba kind of has a point about humanity. Sure, Koba is a treacherous right hand who betrays Caesar when all is said and done, but the scarred ape just wants what's best for his kind, as he knows as he knows humanity definitely won't accept a second-class citizen existence in a peaceful manner. Shit. So he's saying we gotta eliminate these niggas because I'm sure they're not going to accept us.
Given their first opportunity, get rid of us.
Yeah, they're not going to accept us as one of them, and they're not going to look at us as people we could coexist with.
I know what you said, Koba.
Right,
but as a human, you gotta go.
right. And next is director Lamar Burgess from Minority Report. Do you remember Minority Report? With Tom Cruise, another Tom Cruise movie.
Very vaguely.
Yeah. So Minority Report is most often remembered for the scenes of Tom Cruise using his hands to swipe through the crime footage with a futuristic technology that was awesome to see on screen back in 2002. And though Steven Spielberg's other 2002 film, Catch Me If You Can, might have been a bigger hit with critics at the time, Minority Report remains a dazzling sci-fi parable about determinism and humanity's free will. How far would you go to prevent misdeeds before they happen? If you are director Lamar Burgess, you'll get your hands just a little bit dirty to do so. The pre-crime system is an idea created with the best intentions. Right. Alas, even the best intentions can go awry. And Burgess is a perfect example of this. He is willing to end lives in order to solidify pre-crime success and do everything to hide the fact that innocent people could have been put away by the system for years. So does pre-crime save lives? That doesn't seem to be in question. But if you're ruining innocent lives in order to save others, what is the point of it all in the end? So if you say...
Because according to my system, you ain't innocent.
Right. But where does the intent end? Like if I'm thinking...
Well, where does the intent start?
Right. If I'm thinking about killing someone, but I don't actually do it, and then I pop up on their radar and I get arrested...
I just hate that nigga a lot, bro.
right. Like I thought about it. I wasn't actually gonna do it. Like, how do you tell someone's thoughts versus their intent? Versus like legit intent. Like I'm thinking about this versus like I was actually gonna do it.
Yeah.
How do you tell the difference?
Right. Because emotions are
exactly. Yeah. They're that emotions. They're not something tangible. They're not something like I could sit here and be like, yo, I really want to fucking kill this nigga. Like, but what separates me from someone who's on their radar versus someone who's just thinking that?
Right.
I don't know.
Nah, he's wrong.
So we locking up people who just had malicious intent but didn't do anything? That's crazy. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's sickening, bro. Because don't look at my intents.
And now I'm in jail, and they're like, "What you in here for?"
Thinking about killing a nigga.
Right. Right. Thinking about killing a nigga. Exactly.
Damn, how far did you get into thinking?
Not very. Yeah.
They called me as soon as I started.
Mm-hmm.
I asked the nigga for my money. He said no.
I was like, ooh.
And I was like, whoop, whoop.
Damn, son. Our last one on the list is Lex Luthor from Batman vs. Superman. First of all, Batman vs. Superman was a fucking terrible movie.
I didn't care for it.
Okay, so let's not wade into the debate about how ridiculous Lex Luthor's plans from Batman vs. Superman really is. Hint, it's a massively obtuse and complicated scheme that doesn't make a lot of sense. And just focus on his motives. So the Superman, Man of Steel, that movie, and Batman versus Superman is not the Superman in the comic books. And this is made abundantly clear when he does little to stop mass carnage during his skirmish with Zod. Yo, when I rewatched that movie,
it was fucking.
Yo, this nigga was purposely, intentionally flying through buildings, just fucking destroying everything in his path, not giving an absolute fuck. Like, if I fly through a building and that building collapses, that's at least 200 people dead.
Right.
No care in the world. Zod punches me through a fucking apartment building, 60 more people dead. Okay, I'm going to fly back through that building to go fuck him up. And then I'm going to snuff him through another building. Like, we're talking mass destruction.
Yeah.
And no one cared.
And it wasn't until he was sitting right in front of him, was like, oh, I'm going to burn these people. Ah!
What about the hundreds of other people that...
They're all dead.
Like, yeah, like...
We saw Bruce Wayne's perspective.
That shit was crazy to me. And I don't blame him for being like, yo, this is some wild shit.
Yeah.
So before slaying Zod, a decidedly un-Superman move. Yeah. Because we know he doesn't kill niggas. Clark and the...
He also doesn't let niggas die.
Right.
That was the whole point.
Clark and the villainous Kryptonian cause buildings to collapse around them like it's a Dragon Ball Z fight. Superman and Zod essentially level an entire city, and that kind of power can't be ignored. So Luthor concocts a plan to bring down the Man of Steel. Why did Batman have to get involved? We don't know. But there is something to the idea that the DCEU Superman is kind of a threat to humanity based on the climax of Man of Steel.
Yeah.
That he has a point. He has a point.
But his solution was to resurrect Zod or create his own Zod. Then he used the DNA of Zod to make Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I'm going to create somebody that can kill him. What's going to happen after he kills him?
I mean, put yourself in his shoes.
What's going to happen after he kills him?
How else can you take down this being?
What are you going to do after he kills him?
Live peacefully.
Deal with a threat that don't just come out.
Well, maybe he thought he could control Doomsday. Because if I got him under my control, then it's my. Oh,
that's right. Because he made it with his DNA too, right?
Yeah. So, like, if he's under my control, like, all I need him to do is murder this nigga.
Who's the last nigga you controlled before you controlled Doomsday?
I don't know.
Right.
But I mean, he did have a little.
Who was the last thing you controlled before you controlled the nigga that you don't know?
He also had a little bit of control over Superboy because remember, Superboy also has his DNA mixed with Superman's, and he was like, "Dad," like, and he started questioning his like. He was like, "Wait, maybe
that didn't pan out for him either."
It didn't. But the point is, this nigga's destructive, and he don't give a fuck, and he's leveling our city.
You're just as destructive if you want to make the same person.
So how would you go about it? This nigga's destroying our city with absolutely no care. Buildings are fucking falling down. And I get it. He's trying to stop, quote unquote, the bad guy. But
Batman had it right.
Like, come on, man.
I'm going to fight you.
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm going to have more control over the situation
than you do.
Right.
Yes. And I don't think he's entirely wrong. But at the same time, I understand that Superman is trying to save us. But in trying to save us, you murder like 100-something people. Like, actually more than that.
A lot
like,
more.
Yeah, a lot more than that. So, like...
And what'd you get in return? Bruce Wayne bought your house back.
Yeah. Yeah. Bullshit, bro.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I just didn't understand.
Yo, that shit is wild. And that reminds me because I was watching. I finally watched. Well, not that I was thinking of the wrong movie, but I watched Godzilla versus Kong, and I felt
the new one.
Yeah, and I felt the same.
I didn't watch it. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
I felt the same way because. Monarch is the company that monitors all these monsters and they got Godzilla's side and they got Kong's side and they're the good guys. But then I'm watching Godzilla like fight these monsters. This nigga is, he's just like, I don't give a fuck, casually walking through bridges full of cars, just like throwing large monsters across cities, literally destroyed like 5 buildings at one time. You know how many people are probably in those buildings?
A lot.
You know how many people are on that bridge probably going to work and this nigga just casually walked through it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what are you going to do? You see this nigga, you're like, he's not going to stop. He's not going to stop. He's not going to stop.
Don't let me be in the passenger seat. Like, what are you doing?
He's not going to stop, bro.
Embrace the abyss, my nigga.
Yeah.
Embrace the abyss.
And I'm like, y'all really out here defending Godzilla when he just sent a fucking plasma beam through an entire city just to hit this monster that didn't even kill it. This nigga leveled an entire city in Japan fighting another monster.
All right, let's chill.
That's absolutely insane.
Don't ruin the movie for me. We could talk about this movie next week.
I'm just saying, it wasn't nothing crazy. Trust me, you're gonna be like, that was, but
I saw a piece of it.
But when I saw that part, I was just like, yo, that's wild. Like, and then there was a part where Kong was fighting Godzilla. They were in Egypt, and they were by the pyramids, and there were tourists at the pyramids just chilling, and this nigga pops up out of nowhere and they just squaring up in the middle of I'm like, you know how many niggas probably died right there?
I would die to watch that.
Like a lot.
I would die to watch that fight.
You wouldn't want to watch it like in person because
that's how I'm gonna die.
Nah, that's just crazy, bro. I spent my last to come to Egypt to see,
and now look at this spectacular shit I got to watch.
And here I go. Like, that shit is wild to me, son. And they're like defending him. They're like, no, Godzilla is the good guy.
What?
He's the good guy.
Who?
Godzilla.
Who?
Godzilla.
Who?
He's the good guy. He's defending us.
Who? Who's the good guy? Who's defending us? Say it.
Defending us or murdering us?
Who?
Godzilla.
Say it.
Godzilla. Yo, that shit is fucking wild to me, son. All right, we're gonna have to cut this and do another whole episode about this. Like, god damn, yo, Godzilla, man, stop fucking our shit up.
Fuck you, Godzilla.
Yeah, fuck you, Godzilla. Fuck you, Superman too. You think you're saving humanity? You're a piece of shit.